And again, how do I know? Little Birdie told me so. You often get ravens and crows in the film The Omen. Prince of Darkness, E.T. hybrid host, red dragons, their high royal blue crime, New Year's Day find, September blue murder, certainly not mine. Sometimes innocent men do have to run, fly, go, disappear, follow your golden compass. I do move around a lot anyhow. So no mad monster, serial killer here, Africa, Norwich and Sandringham, really don't think so. And Andrew Tristan Tate have just been arrested in Miami, in Florida, for crimes dating back to 2009, 2012, through to 2015, alleged sexual assault, sex trafficking and rape, at the same time as the murder on the Royal Sandringham estate, Killenfields. 17-year-old sex trafficked girl abused and hunted, found dead on New Year's Day. Royal Sandringham estate, Killenfields, late Prince Philip's favourite hunting area. See Prince Harry the Spare for details. And what I find interesting, obviously Epstein's Black Book, client list, horrendous crimes committed against women, young girls and children by the rich and powerful, not one arrest. Everything happening on the Epstein Island, also happening on the UK's Devil Island. Andrew and Epstein trafficking women, young girls, children, boys and girls through royal estates with royal clearance for members of the royal family, aristocracy, other so-called elite clients on the UK's Devil Island. No investigation whatsoever. Also Buckingham Palace and Geoffrey girl Andrew was convicted of. So as always, plenty of high crimes, Jack the Ripper crimes. Certainly not mine. Castles, manor houses, UK's Devil Island, country estates. So certainly not me leaving the body of a 17-year-old sex trafficked girl on the Royal Sandringham estate. Killenfields, late Prince Philip's favourite hunting area. See Prince Harry the Spare for details. Again, the word that came off the Royal Sandringham Estates. Royal Sandringham Estate, Killenfields. So no ritual serial killer here, Africa, Norwich and Sandringham. Really don't think so. Again, that is a good film, The Final Girl. Rich boys hunting young girls for blood sport. Castles and manor houses, UK's Devil Island, country estates. Dismere, 6 metres deep in the deepest part, and then 23 metres of mud. While you do have to run, fly, go, disappear before you end up in the mud. Plenty of people who'd like to feed me to the monster black catfish in Dismere, but no black cat, copycat. Black cat of Burston, son of Sam. Sandringham serial killer here. And it's like Russell Brand, he's also on trial too for alleged sexual assaults and rape dating back 25 years. So a crime is a crime whenever it's committed, unless that's a high royal blue crime, New Year's Day find. September blue murder, certainly not mine. And also came out in the Epstein files, Andrew Loney, who's a big UK author, has written much about Prince Andrew, again the Epstein files, the royal family. Another young girl who was murdered, that did involve Andrew and Epstein, Frogmore Cottage. Another young girl who was murdered in a satanic ritual, now being investigated by Surrey police, that also involved Andrew and some very unsavoury characters. 2 young girls who were forced into rough sex and then murdered, buried on a golf course, again also all exposed in the Epstein files. And the Epstein files also did reveal and expose that Pizzagate wasn't a conspiracy. Pizzagate is real. They do eat more than pizza, and they do drink more than wine, adrenochrome. And 7 Facebook accounts burned down since the latest release of the Epstein files, again for exposing the truth, high crimes, murders, monster lies and cover-ups. Facebook complicit in high crimes, covering up high crimes. Royal murder, certainly not mine. Disc Mason Council, White Lodge, the local mafia. So local mob will make more than your social media accounts disappear for exposing the truth. So no Roy Wyton, White Van Man, Christian B, Sandringham serial killer, Black Wizard terrorist, Yeshua, certainly wasn't me. There was a plane come over a little while ago, I just missed it, but that's why sometimes innocent men do have to run, fly, go, disappear for the golden compass, for we do get boxed up, locked up or done in, all to cover up high crimes, royal blue murder, certainly not mine. So some people are above the law, untouchable. That's one rule for some and another rule for others. Again, Prince of Darkness, E.T. hybrid host, Red Dragons. So their high royal blue crime, New Year's Day fine, September blue murder, certainly not mine. And Keir Starmer did cover up the murder on the Royal Sandringham estate, Killenfields. He was head of Crown prosecution at the time, made that one disappear. Also covered up Jimmy Savile, King Charles, Count Dracula's bosom pal, the most prolific, horrific paedophile on the UK's Devil Island. Over 500 victims. And Keir Starmer and the Labour loonies, Andy Burnham and the Monkey Mayor, also with the police, the councils and the social workers wanting to cover up the rape of Britain and the capital. Make that one disappear. The Muslim vote was more important than the horrendous ordeals that thousands and thousands of young English girls have been through. And again, as always, Christianity, Islam, 2 big opposing forces, totally opposite, 2 parallel stories. One is true, one is a big monster lie, death cult. And 2 parallel stories in this, Africa, Dis, Norwich and Sandringham. One is true, one is a big monster lie. No Red Car, Michael Dunn, Michael Sands, Sutcliffe, Steve Wright, Wayne Cousins, Brady Huntley, Fred West, Black Panther, serial killer here, Africa, Dis, Norwich and Sandringham. And again, you often get crows and ravens in the film The Omen. Prince of Darkness, E.T. hybrid host, Red Dragons. Their high royal blue crime, New Year's Day fine, September blue murder, certainly not mine. How do I know? Little Birdie told me so. Word that came off the Royal Sandringham estate, Killenfields, loud and clear.